Frank Spencer Sutton was born on October 23, 1923, in Clarksville, Tennessee, and grew up during the hardships of the Great Depression. From a young age, he showed an unmistakable pull toward performance, finding confidence and purpose on small stages long before fame ever entered his life. Even while facing economic uncertainty, Sutton remained focused on developing his talent, participating in school productions and local theater whenever possible. Acting was not a hobby for him, but a calling that gave structure to his ambitions. After graduating from East Nashville High School, he pursued formal training at Columbia University in New York City, where he studied drama and graduated with honors. Those years sharpened his discipline and deepened his understanding of storytelling. Sutton's early life was defined by perseverance, intellectual curiosity, and an unwavering belief that dedication could overcome circumstance, a belief that would guide him throughout his career. War, service, and lasting influence. Like many men of his generation, Frank Sutton's life took a decisive turn during World War II. After the attack on Pearl Harbor, he attempted to enlist in the Marine Corps but was rejected due to colorblindness. Refusing to step aside, he joined the U.S. Army instead and served with distinction in the Pacific Theater. Assigned to the 293rd Joint Assault Signal Company, Sutton participated in 14 assault landings, including major campaigns in Leyte and Luzon in the Philippines. Rising to the rank of sergeant, he experienced leadership, pressure, and responsibility under extreme conditions. These years left a permanent mark on him, instilling discipline, resilience, and respect for military service. When he returned home honorably discharged, Sutton carried those experiences into his acting, later lending authenticity and emotional truth to the military roles that would define his most famous performances, building a career step by step. After the war, Sutton returned to acting with renewed focus, determined to turn his passion into a lasting career. Throughout the 1950s, he worked steadily in theater and early television, earning a reputation as a reliable and versatile character actor. He appeared on respected programs such as The Edge of Night and the United States Steel Hour, refining his craft in dramatic storytelling. In 1955, he appeared in the Academy Award-winning film Marty, starring Ernest Borgnine. Though Sutton's role was supporting, the experience helped solidify his credibility within the industry. He was never an overnight sensation, but his consistency earned respect. These formative years were about patience and professionalism, as Sutton quietly built a foundation rooted in preparation rather than publicity. Each role added depth to his abilities and prepared him for the opportunity that would eventually change his life, becoming Sergeant Vince Carter. Frank Sutton's defining breakthrough came in the 1960s when he was cast as Sergeant Vince Carter on Gomer Pyle, USMC. The role transformed him into a household name and showcased his rare ability to blend authority with warmth. Opposite Jim Nabors' gentle and innocent Gomer Pyle, Sutton created a character who barked orders but revealed humanity beneath the bluster. His booming voice and impeccable timing made the dynamic unforgettable. What audiences loved most was the emotional balance Sutton brought to the role. His military experience informed every gesture, grounding comedy in authenticity. The show aired from 1964 to 1969 and became a cultural phenomenon, resonating with viewers during a period of changing attitudes toward authority and service. Sutton's portrayal ensured Sergeant Carter was not just a caricature, but a fully realized, deeply human figure. Life after a television icon. When Gomer Pyle USMC ended, Sutton remained active, though the shadow of his iconic role followed him. He appeared frequently on television, including guest spots on The Twilight Zone, Gunsmoke, The Untouchables, and Love, American Style. He also joined the Jim Nabors Hour, where his chemistry with Nabors continued in a lighter, variety show format. While television remained part of his career, Sutton increasingly turned to live theater, especially dinner theater, which allowed him closer interaction with audiences. On stage, he found creative freedom beyond typecasting. His performance in Norman, Is That You? Demonstrated emotional range and sensitivity, earning praise for its balance of humor and sincerity. Sutton's post-television years reflected a man determined to grow, refusing to be defined by a single role despite its success. A devoted husband and father, away from the spotlight, Frank Sutton's life centered on family. In 1946, he married Toby Eigler, a talented writer who later found success in television drama. Their marriage was marked by mutual respect, creativity, and unwavering support. Together, they raised 2 children, Joseph and Amanda. Sutton took immense pride in his family, often describing fatherhood as his most meaningful role. His son Joseph later became a respected playwright and professor, crediting his parents for fostering intellectual curiosity and artistic honesty. Despite long hours and frequent travel, Sutton remained deeply engaged in family life, maintaining a sense of stability at home. Colleagues often remarked on his warmth off-screen, a stark contrast to his stern television persona. The Sutton household was rooted in conversation, encouragement, and shared values, forming the emotional core of Frank Sutton's life. The quiet toll of relentless work. Though Frank Sutton projected strength and vitality, the demands of constant work slowly took a toll on his health. Years of heavy smoking, limited rest, and the pressures of live performance placed increasing strain on his body. Friends and colleagues later recalled moments of fatigue and discomfort that Sutton often dismissed. Determined to remain dependable, he pushed through physical warning signs rather than slowing down. After Gomer Pyle ended, Sutton toured extensively in theater productions, performing demanding roles night after night. He feared that stepping back might jeopardize his career or disappoint audiences. Doctors reportedly advised him to monitor his heart health more closely, but commitments and pride led him to postpone treatment. His dedication, admirable as it was, left little room for recovery. Behind the applause, Sutton was carrying a burden he rarely acknowledged aloud: a sudden and preventable loss. On June 28, 1974, Frank Sutton collapsed in his dressing room in Shreveport, Louisiana, moments before a scheduled stage performance. He was only 50 years old. The cause was a heart attack, ending his life abruptly and devastating his family and colleagues. The shock was profound, as few outside his inner circle understood how fragile his health had become. In retrospect, many believed his death might have been preventable had he slowed down or pursued treatment earlier. The loss left unanswered questions and lingering regret among those who loved him. His wife Toby and their children were left grappling with grief and disbelief. Sutton's passing was not the result of scandal or hidden darkness, but of relentless effort and self-sacrifice. It revealed the cost of prioritizing performance over personal well-being, even for those who appear strongest. Remembering the man behind the uniform. Frank Sutton's legacy is one of commitment, integrity, and quiet complexity. He brought depth to comedy, humanity to authority, and sincerity to every role he played. Though best remembered as Sergeant Vince Carter, his life extended far beyond that uniform. He was a veteran, a scholar, a devoted husband, and a loving father. His death serves as a reminder that strength is not measured by endurance alone, but by the ability to recognize limits. Today, fans remember Sutton with affection and respect, not for mystery, but for honesty. His story offers closure not through revelation, but through understanding. Frank Sutton gave everything he had to his craft and his family. In doing so, he left behind laughter, meaning, and a cautionary lesson that even the most dedicated hearts deserve care.